Hello, day 26. I ended up not practicing last night like I said I was because I just was zonked. So I went to bed. But here we are, Thursday morning. I have another dress rehearsal on Friday, then another dress rehearsal on Saturday morning, and then the actual concert. Between which I have a gig, so it's going to be a very long weekend again. And I'm probably not going to make a video on Saturday. I'm just going to say it right now because there's just not going to be time. I need to actually get some rest between all these things I'm doing. And oh look, I have a little friend on my sleeve. Oh, using the camera. There we go. It's the opposite. Anyway, I'm just touching base with the orchestra stuff that I should have touched base with last night. So again, it's not going to be a big, teachable day today. It's just me just running through some stuff. I found something which is strange. It's never bothered me before, so that tells me maybe I haven't been playing the triple stop. But there's this really awkward triple stop, and I might even by tomorrow, I might just change my mind, just play the top two notes, just because it's awkward and there'll be other people playing the bottom. And I only have a few days before the concert, but anyway, I just found something that was awkward, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm just sort of drilling it. Here is why it's awkward. It's a triple stop. So we've got a B, D sharp, B natural. Well, all B's. I guess I don't have to say natural, right? So B, D sharp, B, right? So you have to play it in half position, right? So we're doing this. Wow, that was awful. That's better. So there's the D sharp thing. And then he adds a fifth in there. So instead of having that D sharp with your first finger, now he wants to have an E and a B. So I have to hop my two in between the two strings in a very fast amount of time and play it well and in tune. So I'm going to practice it a few times like today and tomorrow. Again, it's funny, I never caught this, which tells me I was probably just cheating and playing the top. So I have to think for a second now. Oh, I was playing the wrong notes. It works, but it's really not very pretty. That fifth, because it gets that kind of warble as I'm moving my two off of it. Something that means it's probably a little challenging when you're making faces with something, doing that kind of sour lemon face. It's probably a little tricky. That's even yucky right now. That's probably because I'm tired. Context, it might not work as well though. So I'm going to just put a metronome on too, just to force myself to feel something pushing me a little. That's about what I was doing. Oh, I was thinking too much. Oh, Lord help me. Let's try that again. Oh, I got an eyebrow raise. I didn't get the sour lemon face, but I definitely raised my eyebrow. Let's try that again. should write that as an up bow. I probably thoroughly confused everyone. But that is a hooked bow. Sometimes I forget things. Okay, well, that was one of the spots I found today. Well, actually yesterday I put a little red X by it. And then this, it's just a matter of remembering. I red X this. That means it was from yesterday. So, oh, it's a string crossing. I know why. Oh no, I know why this is X'd. That's why, because it's 30 seconds and I wanted to run it with metronome. There's a tritone. Okay, I thought it was actually the string crossings that was the issue, but I just have to remember to hop my 2 over. Technically, that's a tritone. When you have tritones, you shouldn't be sliding your finger. You should use an alternate finger. But in this case, that is the more evil thing to do, to use the alternate finger for intonation-wise. So, and there's a bow change here, so you can hide that slide of the finger. So I'm definitely not going to do a finger replacement. But you see that it's a speed bump in my playing, so I need to address it with a metronome and drill. Maybe I should be, but not for now. And then I just wanted to practice again the pedal change. I'm playing way too fast, at least faster than the metronome, because he takes it faster. I'll take it a little faster. I was late to the punch. I need to change it earlier. I need to go faster anyway. Actually, I'm going to use this for a little moment of teach. Often in my teaching career, many years of teaching, I often have students say, when I put the metronome slower, they say, oh, it's too slow. I can't play it that slow. I need it faster. Well, I always reply, sometimes more snarky than others. Basically, if you can't play it slower with a metronome, you don't know it. Okay? So if you are struggling and thinking, oh, I need to go faster, I can't play it because it's too slow, that means you don't know it. You don't know how the rhythm works. Okay? It's great that you kind of feel it, right? And you're playing it by ear and you've heard the recording a bunch of times and you're imitating it, but you don't know how to count if you're not able to play it slower. So my teach for today is listen to that. If you're going slower and you can't play it, you're struggling because you feel like it's too slow and you play it better when it's faster, that means that you need to practice it slower and you need to understand the rhythm better. Let that be a guide, right? I tell my students all the time, you need to be like a Sherlock Holmes when you're at home on your own practicing, because you have to sleuth it out. You have to figure out what the problem is, right? I often give you things in your notes, that's why you should read your notes, to guide you and tell you what to do. But then sometimes you're going to be on your own playing something and you have to use those skills and of sleuthing it out. All the things that I've told you in your lesson, like, oh, maybe your eighth notes, you're rushing your eighth notes a bit, or, oh, you should subdivide, or, oh, your C's seem to be high, maybe you should play with a drone. All that stuff you have to take out of your toolkit and apply it to what you're playing. And oftentimes, when you feel like, oh, I can't play it that slowly, if Miss Marilyn tells me to start at 60 to the quarter note and work my way up to 120, it's probably because you need to learn how to count it better, right? And you need to learn everything ins and outs, and then you can speed it up, and then you will be playing it correctly. Okay? So there's my teach, and you'll hear me say this to you all the time because I get that constantly. I've been teaching since 1997, I think, 97, something like that. Crazy, right? Crazy amount of years teaching, and I always get students saying, oh, I can't play it that slow. I have to speed it up. That means you need to learn it. You need to practice it and figure out the rhythm better. Okay, I know, bummer, right? It's like, I just want to play it fast. Well, you can play it fast, but it won't sound good. All right, speaking of fast, 1, 2. I can't play fast right now. I can't get that G sharp. I need to practice that a little slower, actually. It's one of those spots that I need to really make sure it's solid. Side note, tangent. I loved gymnastics as a kid. I was not so great at it. I was really good at the beam. Super good at the beam, and anything with arm strength. I always had good, strong arms, but I was not flexible at all, so awful at floor routines and just not very stretchy. But my point is, I really enjoy watching gymnastics, especially like the Olympics. I enjoy it, but then I also hate it because it's so stressful, right? Same with the ice skating, right? It's so stressful. But I always think of this thing, man. It's like, because everything has to line up exactly right in order for the things to work, right? Especially like, with like figure skating, they go to do these triple lutz or all those fancy things. And if you're not lined up correctly, it just, right? So that's why I was laughing a little bit. I don't know if you caught me, but I was thinking of that. Rather than focusing on playing, I was thinking about how it's very similar, it's like one thing's wrong and then that tritone doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster because I want to practice the page turn again. See if my tritone's better. 1, 2. Squeaky. 1, 2. If you are experiencing squeaks, it's because you're not hitting the string in the middle. You're hitting the side of the string, and it's going to squeak because you're getting like a harmonic sound. You have to sit right in the middle of the string to get it all the way pressed down. Remember that it's the same thing twice, so if I miss the page turn, it's not the end of the world because I just played what I just played earlier. 1, 2. Messed up the bowing that time. 1, 2. itchy and runny and stuffy. Thank you, pollen. I love, love, love spring, but man, I wish it didn't have to come with all the pollen allergies. Oh, I know. That's what's throwing my game. There's a staccato here instead of legato, and my brain is seeing it, but it makes a weird, it's different from the other patterns. It's normally a legato slur on the up bow, but he suddenly puts a staccato there. What the heck? You know what? I remember seeing this, and I think I just decided that I was just going to play it legato and forget about it. It's funny how your brain starts playing tricks on you when you get to crunch time and you're burnt out. You don't want to play this stuff anymore, and you're like, okay, I have to practice it because I have to keep it maintenance, right? I think I'm just gonna. I just was doing it legato. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of what I just marked because I'm just going to keep it legato. That's why I hand wrote that slur in there. Okay, I think that's enough for you guys. I'm going to keep practicing. All right, happy practicing. What is this, day 26? It feels like it's not that long, but then it also feels like it's long, only because I'm having to do these videos. I do feel like even for me personally, this 100 days has been pretty good, and it's been really helping me to streamline my practice time and really be efficient. And if I only have 10 minutes, I don't just be like, bah, it's just 10 minutes. I actually do it, and I get stuff out of it. So it's been good. All right, happy practicing. See you later.